Hello everyone, Sherry here, and I want to talk today about drawing Summeretto. I'm recording this the same day I'm uploading the video. This is an idea of a video that came out while I was showering, but the thing is that drawing is in a spot where we can have like two ways for this going on. The first thing I need to reopen because I removed it. We need to open Kit and we need to scroll down a lot because the most important part is in her trace, her second trace, where it says when there are 1, 2, 3 Christos here or remembrance characters. So yeah, means that Robin activates these because she's a remembrance character. So as we can see here, the thing with this is that it opens like two possibilities for Robin, or maybe even three, which the third one I doubt it more, but the first one is that, as we all know, Mortenax Blade allows also Castorize to be in a good spot, because the moment she loses HP, she gets ultimate. It's like, yeah, for every 1 point of HP lost by a ally, so yeah, Blade supports this really well, which ends in a situation where you could do Castorize, Hyacine, Blade, and Freebie, and that's one team of Remembrance, and then in the other side you get Evernight, Kirane, RMC, and something else. Probably it's mostly for me Slingsha because I have her with the watch icon, but there can be like any other character that works there. You can go to Stainless with many other options. But the thing is that now with Robin, it opens the possibility of that team division being what I said for Castorize, but then for Evernight being like Evernight, Kirene, Robin, and the healer, which is a really interesting path. I wanted to talk about this because I love the Remembrance team a lot. But yeah, that's the first idea where she goes into the Evernight side, and then now you have a Ice Wind team that is doing damage, while the other is Quantum Wind Fire, and it's also doing really good damage. So you could clear two sides by getting a full Remembrance team, which honestly sounds really fun. Two Remembrance teams is really good. Well, you can have two with Aglaya as of right now, but Agi, as someone who loves Aglaya Agi right now, is not in the best spot ever. The thing with Robin, and it's what interests me, is the fact that, as we know, Evernight is a Memo Sprite buffer of Alale Memo Sprite by an amount of 24%, and if we go down like to her traces, which is here, we have 65, 50, which at 3 you are usually fine, but if you also silence with Robin, you are in 65 and probably doing a lot of damage, which is really important to keep in mind here. The other option Robin has is removing RMC or removing Castorize, however you want to call it. If you play Evernight main DPS, you are removing RMC. If you play Castorize team, like maybe you can divide it, but you could say that she could remove Castorize from the team, which really interesting if she does that, because actually Castorize is the oldest Remembrance character in that team. So maybe that changes what matters. But what is interesting for me is that the fact that Evernight is a Memo Sprite buffer. She's buffing Memo Sprites mostly. The thing for me is that what if Robin is actually the Memo Master buffer, which will mean she could be used with Aglaya, and you could have like actually once again you could go the full teams with Evernight, Robin, RMC, Hyacine, and then in the other side Aglaya, Kirene, Sunday, and Danheng Permacentauri. That's another two Remembrance team, and maybe you like swap Kirene and Robin for Aglaya if she's a Memo Sprite, well, a Memo Master buffer, which is something really interesting to have in mind. And I just wanted to talk about Robin because, as you all know, I really love Robin. I have her E3, and every Golden Companion is gonna go to her unless Jade appears on store, because I really love Jade. But yeah, for me it's really interesting, the fact that we know this is her memos. The design is something I always wanted. I always wanted summer alt. I don't want to call it a SP because this is more like a summer alt, which, well, if you have played GVF, they also count like they get development. So I hope HSR goes that way. We have here the three. Probably these are the three memos. Sorry, I think I say two. But yeah, we have here the three memos, and I think that's the what is gonna be her way of attacking. Maybe she doesn't even attack. She's just buffing. But I hope she attacks because her normal already only buffs. So more or less, what I want with Robin is the fact that she gets added into the Memo Sprite team. Maybe she can be run with Himeko too. Give her like many options to be run with. But I want her to be run with Evernight. This is just me saying I want my two favorite HSR characters to be run together. But mostly what I mean is that I feel like if they wanna do another good design of a character, I feel like Kirane, Evernight, they have they are really good designs. I really like this passive, and it really mixes well with RMC if you know how to time it. You're like you know what you're doing. This one is not really good talent to have in the Memo Sprite. And then she's really easy to build. You get infinite SP. So I hope like I don't wanna say she removes Castorize because there's many people who watch me that play Castorize, but in my opinion, Castorize Kids has a lot of flaws that are solved by the loop Evernight, Hyacine, and Kirane create, which for me, and this is my opinion, it's not a good design of a team. I have said it many times that I prefer when teams are like Evanesty and Yao, which they combo really well together, Silver Wolf and Yao that also really go well together. The thing is, for me, and in my opinion, I hope Robin is valid in any of the Remembrance team, including Aglaya, because Robin is like we need another Remembrance character that doesn't create another team. We don't want another team. We want her to be added to a team, and if we can divide the Remembrance team, it's gonna be really helpful for everyone, like every person that has the Remembrance team. And probably if you pull out Morten Axblade and you have Trevi, you can mix and match. That will be really fun to have. I hope HSR does that. I wanted to do this video because, well, I really like Robin. I just wanted to talk about her. She's a character that kept me playing HSR back then. I'm pulling her probably E1. Every single character for Remembrance for me has an Eidolon. Well, except Castorize. Castorize didn't because I felt like her E1 was not that worth it to get, and I only had E2 to characters I really love. Well, better said E2 plus. For example, I have E2 Hyacine, E6 Evernight, and E2 Yao, and E3 Robin, obviously from the shop. But then if I like a character but it's not like, oh my god, it's my favorite, I check their E1, and if it's really useful, then I get it. See Topaz, where I have E1 Topaz. Aglaya, character I love a lot, I have E1. So what I mean with all this is that I hope she is actually a character that she can be added to teams already existing. I don't mind if it's Himeko or if it's Evernight, if it's dividing the Remembrance team into two. What I mean is that she has like some kind of variety, which is something I wanted to tell because, as I said, Kirane has like one of the most interesting traces, and the fact that even though she's not gonna buff Robin directly, Robin is not doing something bad to her because of this passive being affected by Remembrance characters that says here. And then, like, I just hope she's once again a character that is easy to build, except for Kirane, which in reality is not hard to build, it's just kind of a bit annoying. All the Remembrance characters have been really easy to build. The set helps, the planar also helps, so you have many ways of getting your team build really fast. Hyacine has 100% crit rate, so you just have to worry about getting a speed, and with a speed you add more healing. Healing gives you more damage, and since you're guaranteed to crit, you can add crit damage to the build, which you are getting from Evernight and Kirane. So there is like a lot going on there. Also I say Kirane because her buff to Evernight, it's more crit damage. Ocean Loud time here it is. It's more crit damage here for all the team. But yeah, this is what I wanted to jab about. I just love Robin. I hope she's a character I can do videos about because it's what is keeping me going with HSR as of right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you into the next one. Bye bye.